Live from the campus of Washington and Lee University. This is a Channel 18 Rockbridge News Update.
Welcome to the Rockbridge Report Tuesday Live Update. I'm Victoria Ernst. Chief Justice John Roberts today put a temporary hold on the handover of former President Donald Trump's tax returns to a congressional committee. Trump filed a request with the Supreme Court yesterday asking for it to do just that. Last week, a federal appeals court cleared the way for the returns to be disclosed to the Democratic-controlled House Ways and Means Committee. That was supposed to go into effect on Thursday. The hold will give the Supreme Court justices a chance to decide if they will review the ruling by the lower court. In South Korea, officials admitted responsibility and apologized today for failures in preventing and responding to a Halloween crowd surge that killed more than 150 people and left citizens shocked and angry. The government is facing growing public scrutiny over whether the crash Saturday night in Seoul's Itaewon district, a popular nightlife neighborhood, could have been prevented. The disaster, which left at least 156 people dead and 151 others injured, was concentrated in a narrow downhill alley in Itaewon. Witnesses described people falling on one another, suffering severe breathing difficulties, and falling unconscious. Among the victims were 2 Americans. Brazil's Supreme Court today ordered the Federal Highway Police to immediately clear hundreds of roads across the country blocked by truck drivers protesting President Jair Bolsonaro's loss in the October 30th election. By noon, highway police said they had removed 306 blockades, but more than 260 were still in place. Bolsonaro hasn't spoken publicly since official electoral results were released on Saturday night, nor has he phoned President-elect Luiz Inácio Lula da Silva to concede. Prices of wheat and corn rose yesterday after Russia pulled out of a deal that allowed some vital grain exports from Ukraine to pass through the Black Sea despite the war. Together, Ukraine and Russia account for nearly a third of global wheat exports. A humanitarian aid organization said the consequences of Russia's withdrawal from the deal could be catastrophic for poor countries, many of which are already experiencing extreme hunger. The deal was due to expire next month, but efforts were already underway to extend it. Russia now has suspended its participation in the grain deal indefinitely. The man accused of attacking House Speaker Nancy Pelosi's husband is now facing a litany of state and federal charges. Authorities say 42-year-old David DePape's alleged assault of Paul Pelosi at his home last Friday was politically motivated. San Francisco District Attorney Brooke Jenkins outlined the state charges against DePape yesterday.
I am here today to formally announce charges against Mr. David DePape in connection with the violent attack on Mr. Pelosi. The charges that we are filing today include attempted murder, residential burglary, assault with a deadly weapon, elder abuse, false imprisonment of an elder, as well as threats to a public official and their family.
If you're wondering what to do with your leftover pumpkins from Halloween, you might want to consider composting them. In Harrisonburg, environmental fanatics are thinking of innovative ways to reuse pumpkin waste. CNN's Kayla Brooks has the story.
Pumpkins are very versatile fruits. With some seasoning and butter, the seeds make a great snack, and the pulp can be cooked too. But once you've made the most of that, it may be time to dispose of it.
It's, our choice whether to throw it in the trash can or it's our choice to throw it into a compost or in the dirt or something like that.
When you just toss your pumpkin away, it goes to a landfill, and over time it releases a lot of methane gas, which is really bad for the environment. But when you compost it over time, it's going to turn into something that looks like this, which you can use in your garden, and it's very good for the environment.
It's really scary to think about the landfill and how full it's going to become of pumpkins. So 2 billion pounds of pumpkin go in after Halloween.
If you have a backyard composting setup, the pumpkin can go in there. Even if you don't, composting is not hard.
You can, dig your hole.
Burying the pumpkin puts the nutrients back in the soil.
You can put it in here, and then you can just chop it up.
Smashing or chopping the pumpkin helps microorganisms break down the material
These things
more
are the-
easily. Many farmers, especially those with chickens or pigs, may also take the fruits off your hands.
Thank you for watching the Rockbridge Report Tuesday Live Update. Join us again next week and log on anytime at rockbridgereport.wlu.edu for more regional and national news.